I'm here in Dallas for REITWorld 2011, NAREIT's annual convention for all things REIT. I'm joined by Phil Bomrad, President of Clean Urban Energy. Phil, there's no debate about the importance and need for sustainability efforts across the commercial real estate industry. But what are the real operational savings that companies are seeing once they start putting these plans in place?
There's really two kinds of things that can have an impact on sustainability and energy efficiency. One of them is projects, where you go and you do a retrofit of lighting or mechanical systems or electrical systems or whatever, the building envelope. And those things you can calculate with some degree of accuracy, some more than others, so you know going into it what type of a savings that you'll have and how the payback will look. So for example, lighting, you know typically you're going to have anywhere between an 18 and a 24-month payback, and you can calculate that. Typically on those projects, people are looking for a 3 to 5 year payback. They'll sometimes extend beyond that. Other times they'll be more aggressive and they'll only look for low-hanging fruit that'll have a payback of 1 or 2 years. But as the economy seems to be picking up a little bit again, the paybacks are getting longer. So the projects, typically people are making investments that'll have a return of 3 to 5 years, so 20% type of a return. Then there's also your ongoing operational savings versus a one-time retrofit project. And those will be typically lower, but more, they'll be sustainable also. But that also gets back to your commitment to the program, and when you change your operation, when you optimize your systems, how committed are you long-term to monitoring those systems and those operational changes and maintaining those? And so that kind of depends. But those typical low-cost, no-cost operational improvements typically will return 5 to 10% per year if you sustain them.
And what are some of the latest advances in how an office owner can reduce operating costs through some of these efforts?
A lot of emphasis lately has been on data analytics as well as SaaS-based models. So as an example, SaaS is software as a service. So instead of making capital investments in big retrofit projects, people are looking more and more at how they can leverage what they've already got in place. And leverage what's in place is, you look at a building automation system or a lighting control system or a metering technology that's measuring what's going on in a facility. Leverage that data, bring it back to a centralized platform and do some analytics on it. Do some control optimization on it. You're not really adding any new instrumentation. I mean, sometimes you might need to make some small investments in some sensors or meters, sub-meters, those types of things, additional field panels for the building automation system, but they're not big investments. So generally, as a general comment, I would say leverage what's already there, which is a lot of data, bring it back to a remote data center that can do some diagnostics, run some algorithms, and in some cases, Clean Urban Energy as an example, we actually take that data from an automation system, we run some algorithms, and we send signals back to the building automation system to kind of move load around throughout the day based on what's going on out in the energy marketplace and weather forecasts and things like that.
And lastly, so much of what we hear in terms of sustainability efforts and how different technology being implemented are focused on the office sector. It seems to be a natural fit. People grasp it very easily. What about other commercial real estate sectors, whether it's residential, hotels? What are you seeing in those areas?
I would say across the board in all the vertical markets, everybody cares about a good payback. Everybody needs to make a good investment and manage their bottom line. So, so many of your energy efficiency things have a good return that people, whether it's hotel, hospitalities, or it doesn't matter the market, quite frankly, a good investment with a good IRR that meets your financial hurdle will always be considered.
Phil, thank you so much for joining us.
I enjoyed it.
For more from REITWorld 2011, be sure to visit REIT.com.